Hello friends, I welcome you all to the class of English compulsory second year. For last three classes we have been dealing with unit number 7 non-fictional prose. We started with the first non-fictional prose item or the essay to youth written by Sardar Bhagat Singh. In this essay he has glorified this an important stage in human life. At the same time he has made an appeal to the youth of the country to get up from their slumber and come forward to contribute in the process of nation building. He appreciates youth and at the same time he speaks about the typical qualities of youth. He says that youth can give blood for the sake of the country. Youth can make sacrifice for the sake of country. Youth can come forward and make struggle for the liberation of the country. So Sardar Bhagat Singh feels that youth in human life is as good as spring season. In the previous class we dealt with half of the essay with the help of the text. Let us proceed ahead with the discussion of the rest of the essay with the help of the text. If the sacrifice of blood is needed, who but a youth can give it? In this line, Sardar Bhagat Singh says that if blood is needed, sacrifice of blood is needed, it is youth who can give it. If you want a sacrifice, then you will have to look to youth for it. So youth can give blood for the sake of the country. Youth can sacrifice for the sake of the country. It is a youth who is the sharper of the destiny of any community. A Western scholar has rightly said, it is an established truism that young men of today are the countrymen of tomorrow, holding in their hands the high destinies of the land. They are the seeds that spring and bear fruit. It means that the youth of today is the maker of country's destiny. The young are the seeds of the success of the future. Open the pages of the history of the world. It is full of immortal messages written in the blood of the young. Sift through the descriptions of the revolutionary transformations in the world, and one will find only such young people, whom the wise have called mad and misguided. But what cynics can understand, what men of steel those Japanese youths were, who, fired by patriotism, build bridges over moats of our ports with their corpses. A true youth embraces death without hesitation, digs in his feet with his chest thrust out in front of rifles, smiles even as he sits on the mouth of cannon, bursts into the national song to the jungle of iron cuffs, and swings on the gallows with a mocking laugh. It is the youth who gains weight on the day he is to be hanged. It is the youth who hums an inspiring mantra as he grinds the millstone in the jail, and he lifts his country out of darkness only by sinking in the darkness of the jail cell. Patrick Henry, the leader of American youth, once said in one of his passionate speeches, "Life is dearer within the prison cell, where it is the price paid for the freedom's fight." He meant that though life outside the jail was precious, life within the four walls of the jail was priceless, because there it is paid as the price of the freedom struggle. Since the leader is so inspiring, the youth of America has the courage to give this rousing declaration. We believe that when a government becomes destructive of the natural right of man, it is the man's duty to destroy that government. This means that the youth of America believe that it is mankind's duty to destroy a government that denies fundamental rights to people. Oh, the youth of India, why do you lie slumbering in this haze of ignorance? Wake up, open your eyes, look around. The sun is ready to down in the eastern sky. Now don't keep sleeping. If you have to sleep, then sleep in the arms of eternal sleep. Why sleep in the bosom of cowardice? Renounce worldly ties of love and affection, and declare, "Farewell, farewell, my true love. The army is on the move, and if I stayed with you, love, a coward I shall prove." Your mother, worthy of our reverence, the most adored goddess Durga, giver of food and nourishment, your goddess with a trident, your goddess on a lion, the verdant deity of abundance is sweeping bitterly today. Does her distress not disturb you even a tiny bit? May your supineness be damned. Even your ancestors bow their heads in the same at this impotence. If there is any shame in any part of your body, then get up and honor your mother's milk. Pick up the challenge of reading her honor. Take a pledge for every teardrop that she sheds. Address her sorrow, and with a free throat utter Vande Mataram. So, through this essay, Bhagat Singh has urged the youth of India to come out from the deep sleep and fight for the fundamental rights. He has encouraged the Indian youth through a small stanza of this poem to come together and work for the Mother India. Farewell, farewell, my true love, the army is on the move, and if I stayed with you, love, a coward I shall prove. In this poem, he appeals his countrymen to come together and work for the Mother India. Bhagat Singh has humbly appealed the countrymen, especially the youth, who is the son of goddess Durga, and fight for the freedom of the country. He directly challenges the milk of every mother, which must be on fire for redeeming the honor of Mother India. Therefore, every youth must take an oath to drag out their nation from the clutch of the unjust British rule. He concludes the essay with the powerful utterance that is Vande Mataram. This is a very inspiring essay written by Bhagat Singh to encourage Indian youths for the freedom of India. His patriotic fervor and sacrifice is the token for every Indian. We must learn many lessons from the life of Bhagat Singh, who was hanged for the freedom of India Every youth must see Bhagat Singh as his or her ideal hero for building the life and nation. One must not take his sacrifice and struggle for granted. He is a true icon for everybody who is determined even to fight with life challenges. So, dear students, this is how we have come across the essay, the textual explanation of the essay to youth written by Sardar Bhagat Singh. In this essay, Sardar Bhagat Singh has appreciated youth. He has made an appeal to the youth, especially in India, to get up from their sleep and they should come forward and they should participate in the freedom struggle of India. In order to inspire them, he has challenged the milk of every mother. He Bhagat Singh has humbly appealed to Indian youth who are the sons of goddess Durga and fight for the freedom of the nation. He directly challenged the milk of every mother, which must be on fire for redeeming the honor of Mother India. Therefore, every youth must take an oath to drag out their nation from the clutch of the unjust British rule. He motivated the youngsters of the country to come forward to protect their motherland, or to liberate their motherland from the unjust rule of British government. He concludes the essay with the powerful slogan Vande Mataram. So, dear students, with this I would like to stop here. Rest of the things we shall continue in the following class. This is how we have come across textual explanation of the essay to youth written by Sardar Bhagat Singh, which was basically written in Hindi and published in the year 1925. This is an essay of glorification of youth, and he expresses his belief in the strength of youth, and he appeals youth of the country to come forward and participate in the freedom struggle of India to make Mother India free from the unjust rule of the British Empire. He concludes the essay with the powerful mantra, that is our powerful slogan, that is Vande Mataram. So, dear students, with this let me declare that textual explanation of the essay to youth is over. In the next class, we shall deal with another non-fictional item or essay, that is the Quest for Happiness, written by H.S. Dalai Lama. With this, I would like to stop here. Thank you very much.